Hello, I'm Nana from chalkpastel.com. Today I'm going to share with you some tips about pastel painting. First of all, I want to explain to you why it's called painting instead of drawing, even though in the course of the study we do say draw this line. It's actually a painting because these are solid, absolutely solid pigment, paint pigment. That's what a pastel chalk is. It's in chalk, a dry form. But because you draw with this stick of color, it is called a painting. So whenever you show your finished paintings to your friends and your family, you can say, look, this is the painting that I did today with Nana. All right. Now this is, as I say, a stick of pastel. A lot of people have trouble with maybe doing this. That gives you a piece of chalk pastel and your friend, your sister, your brother, your mother, whoever is painting with you, an opportunity to paint also. It's okay to break them. All right. Now, I'm going to show you a few things about chalk pastel. I'm just doing a round circle. Okay? Now, I think I'm going to shade it a little bit over here so it'll look more like a blueberry. There we go. Now, if you look closely, you can see there's chalk dust here. Don't blow the chalk dust when you're finished. It will pile up. There'll be chalk dust all over your pictures. You see? There it is. Get yourself a sheet of paper, which we call a waste sheet. Take your pastel and knock off the chalk dust. Now, you've got some fingerprints on there. That's just fine. Chalk pastels gives you the chance to actually have your paintings in a painterly effect, which means you can take your fingers and you can smudge the lines out to where these fingerprints are, and I think it gives it a fantasy, almost ethereal look to it. Now, there we go. Look on my fingers. This is the pigment that comes off of these chalk pastels. You get yourself a wet paper towel and you just wipe it off. Comes right off, see? And you can get it on your clothing and it washes off. It's not like acrylic paint. It's not permanent. But if you drop a pastel onto a hard floor, it will shatter because there's not much binder, which means it's a fixative, a glue-like substance that is in these pastels. So be careful, be gentle with your chalks. Okay, now we are excited about our newest course, and I hope that you will watch some of the videos that are in the new course that we have, and you'll see that you can start with a very simple, as I say here, the blueberry, and you can go into just all sorts of different ways to make it be lovely. Now this blueberry looks like it's wearing a crown. Well, it's actually not. Blueberries have kind of a little stem here, and when they are picked, that little stem turns a very dark blue or a black. So there we have that. Now, next we're going to go into how to save your pastels. All right, we get lots of questions about this, and it is difficult to answer. The first suggestion I would make is to get yourself what we call a plastic sleeve, you see. And you take your pastel and you put it inside the sleeve and close it and put it in a notebook. You can actually even put on the edge Mondays or Thursdays or whatever pastel and put the date on it, whatever you prefer. Okay, and then you can 3-hole punch it. There you have it. Okay, next you can take your pastel and you can get the cheapest hairspray, aerosol hairspray, not the pump kind, aerosol hairspray. And I'm not going to do this right now, but I will show you. You spray a very light mist of hairspray on here. That will not completely fix it to the surface of the paper, but it will help it not to smudge as much. The best thing that you can do to save a pastel is to frame it. Now, I have a painting that I did several years ago that I'm going to show you. As you can see, it's thoroughly framed under glass, and it is archival matting, and it's going to be this way for many, many years. This is a picture of a lake that is near where my family lives. So this will be good for many years. Keep it away from sunshine because it is pure pastel. It does sort of bleach out if you put something in bright light or sunshine. Now, for example, I want to show you what looks like a junk picture. I got this actually at an antique store. It just called my name. I don't know who the artist is. I actually don't have any idea as the exact date that it was painted, but it said, "Please, please rescue me." And I did. It even has holes, and it's come away from the framing itself. It's a lovely lake scene, and it is in pastel. And see how misty and wonderful it is? I just think it's lovely. So I took it to get it what we call authenticated, and to see if I could find out some sort of the history about this. This painting is between 80 and 100 years old. It does not have any glass on it. It has been kept, obviously, in a room for many, many years that was away from light, so it didn't bleach out. But if I were to touch it with my finger, you would see, which I'm not going to do, you would see that the pastel still comes off. 80 to 100 years old, and it's still there. It's still there. This artist has gone to paint in heaven, and yet her or his painting is still with us, and we have the privilege of looking at it every day. Okay, now let's go into the types of pastels that we suggest. This is not an expensive art. This is something that calls to you, especially right now, because it is just cold and wet, and it could be snowy where you are. It's not snowy here in the south, but it's cold and wet. And it's a wonderful thing to put your mind to every day, something to look forward to that's different. And I feel almost like Severus Snape when I say, I'm going to give you the best secrets and show you the best ways to paint, because that's what we do. It's easy. It's very easy. It's not just for students and children, although it's easy enough for children, and they do feel great success when they do pick up a pastel chalk and are able to paint with me. Okay, all you need is copy paper. This comes right out of the copy machine. I place mine on a piece of construction paper because it keeps it flat and it keeps it from running away from me when I get excited about drawing something. Then we've got these wonderful, very inexpensive pastels that are less than $10 at your favorite art store, and you can purchase these. And once you find out if you and your students enjoy pastel work, which I know you will, then you can go on and get bigger sets and more expensive sets. You can buy pastel paper, which has a different kind of sandy surface, which holds the pastels themselves onto the surface. We have in our classroom a very large box of 144 soft pastels. This is mentioned on our website, and you'll be able to order this. And as you can see, they're very well used, and we need to take some time to try to clean up some of these because we use them an awful lot, and it just is, impossible to keep them clean every day as these are right here. They're of course much cleaner. So there you have just the basics. That's all you really need. You need your pastels, your paper, and a wet paper towel, and you're ready to go. You're ready to produce art, and it just frees your mind up. Freeze your mind, not freeze, but freeze your mind up to be able to just take a pastel there we go, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of scratchy sort of grass here, and let's continue this on down to the ground. Take your fingers, smooth it in. Looks almost like a cup, doesn't it? I think that this is a tree that is waiting for springtime. Now, where you live, you might have snow piled up around your tree. But here in the South, we just have little bits and pieces of grass. So that's less than a minute and a half, and I have a painting. You can do this. It's very easy. You can do this. This is magic. And I can show you how to use it. Because you know what? You are an artist. Bye.